Red or blue? That was the question 20 years ago, and it is the question today. Though this has less to do with opinion and more so with what is stronger, Super Saiyan God or Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan, otherwise known as Super Saiyan Blue. By the way, for the purpose of this video, I'll be referring the two forms as Super Saiyan Red and Super Saiyan Blue to avoid any possible confusion. But firstly, I'd like to address one important thing. In this video, I'll be pointing out obvious facts in the series to support my claims. Sadly, as you can see, the facts that I will be presenting have been overlooked by so many people in the fanbase. And what you're seeing on the screen is merely scratching the surface of what a little bit of misinformation and headcanons can do to a man. But putting these aside, let's start with what really makes people believe SSJ Red is stronger. Now, I'll argue the semi-valid reasons to why people think Red is superior to Blue. The biggest argument stems from an interview from Toriyama. Of course, the irony. Toriyama does an interview to clear up confusion, only for fans to misinterpret his words and cause more confusion. Now you must be wondering, well Mudzi, what did Toriyama say in this interview? Did he say Red is stronger than Blue? Not really. This is what he actually says. When the interviewer asks Toriyama, "Tell us why the hair color of Super Saiyan God is red," Toriyama responds by saying, "Simply because it's a strong looking color. I had already used gold and blue doesn't look very strong, visually speaking." Emphasis on visually speaking. Red really is easy to understand. He also used blue in the next movie because the point was to show Goku was in control. Toriyama says, "I made his hair light blue to express how, by overcoming a certain limit, he has become both strong and tranquil, able to keep his composure in a fight." These two comments are 2 years apart, and yet those who don't know any better like to interpret these remarks as Toriyama claims the Red God form is stronger. Now moving on to the second reason why people think Red is stronger, and this has little to do with Toriyama and more so with fans, well, being fans. The claims they give for Red being the more powerful form boils down to two things. Firstly is the fist clash with Beerus that threatened to destroy the universe, and second is the healing factor that Red displayed, which insinuated to some fans that Red has some advanced abilities, which is a fair point, but Dragon Ball has always been inconsistent when it comes to feats, and destruction and damage has always been downscaled for story purposes. So saying Red can destroy the universe doesn't mean Blue can't. That's like saying Dabura is not stronger than Frieza because he was never shown to destroy a planet. Again, the feat is possibly reserved to fighting the god of destruction, and the feat was made possible because Goku was fighting Beerus. But still, it's not enough evidence to suggest Red is stronger solely based on that. In fact, I find it quite childish that people use this as their main argument while neglecting any other forms of counter-arguments. So moving on to the healing factor that SSJ Red displayed, after seemingly getting stabbed by Beerus. Listen, I will not focus too much on this scene because whether SSJ Red can heal his wounds or not does not suggest it's stronger. In fact, Super Saiyan Blue was also shown to seemingly heal his wounds. When Goku fought Black after getting intensely angry at him, Black fires a multitude of beams that pierces Goku's body and then explode, sending him flying to the ground. Now, I won't say this is Goku healing his wounds or regenerating or whatever, but I'm just saying the anime never specified what wounds can the god form heal, and there was no insight on its capacity. Therefore, we could assume that Super Saiyan Blue might heal the same wounds that Super Saiyan Red did. However, this is simply my opinion on the healing matter, and whether it's true or not doesn't really say which is stronger. But you know what does? It's the anime and manga. In my city, I'm a young god. That pussy kill be so vicious. In the manga, it's pretty much an undisputable fact that Blue is stronger than Red. Toyotaro, the manga author, blatantly tells and shows us that Blue is stronger than Red, as evident by this manga scan, which literally tells us that Blue is a form that surpasses Red. But like I said, Toyotaro doesn't just tell you, he shows you. Thus, in the Universe 6 tournament arc, Goku starts his fight against Hit by using the Red God form, and then ascends to his Blue form. And if that's not enough, Beerus also says that Vegeta's Super Saiyan Blue in its weakened state is weaker than Goku's Red God form. The reason behind this is Vegeta was not able to exert even 10% of his power due to him using the form over and over again, which, to be honest, if this logic applied to the anime, Vegeta would be so weak. Seriously, the dude keeps turning it on and off like a light bulb. But despite that, it still tells you that Blue is much stronger than Red in the manga. I wouldn't say 10 times because Beerus does not specify. However, we can all agree it was enough for Goku to overcome Hit in the manga. And yes, in the manga, Goku does not use Kaioken with Super Saiyan Blue, which obviously tells us that there are some major differences in the manga from the anime. And since it was established that the Blue form was stronger and Goku can still use Red, does that mean the anime is a different case? No, it actually isn't that different with the anime. With the exception of Goku not having full access to the God form in the anime, it was still stated if you actually have eyes and you pay attention, you will see that Goku does say that the Blue God form is stronger. Now, I know what a lot might say, that this doesn't make sense because Toriyama did say that if Beerus was a 10, then the Red God form would be a 6. However, that was in 2013 where Toriyama was addressing the movie Battle of Gods. So it's not beyond the realm of possibility that Toriyama changed his mind in Dragon Ball Super. Furthermore, the concept of the Blue God form is mixing God Ki with Super Saiyan to transcend the Red God form which Goku used in his base form. The Blue form is a tranquil transformation that represents stability, which is fitting for Goku whom trained to acquire that form. Now, I know the Kaioken times 10 to many people was a sign that Goku should be stronger than Beerus, because if Red is close to Beerus and Blue is slightly stronger than Red, then surely a times 10 should be stronger than Beerus. I agree and disagree. I think, and this is just an opinion here, so don't use this as confirmation, because sadly, no, my uncle does not work for Toriyama. However, I think the Kaioken was a one-time thing in the series, and I think there is a reason why the manga didn't use it, because the manga knew if it would mess up the power scale badly, and honestly the manga does appear to try much harder to set a convincing power scale. That's why Trunks in the manga was shown to train with the Z-Sword in order to justify his power-ups against Goku Black and Zamasu, so I think the Kaioken should make Goku stronger, but the anime didn't really care as they were planning to abandon the technique until Goku perhaps evolves it later on. Or maybe heck, I might eat my words and Goku would use this risky attack next week. But what I'm trying to say is that Toriyama's statements about Battle of Gods might not hold in Dragon Ball Super. But then again, that's a whole different topic for a whole different video. So in conclusion, the Blue God form is stronger than the Red form, and the purpose of this video is not really telling you something groundbreaking you didn't know, but rather a video you can refer to when someone says the Red form is stronger than the Blue one, because you will honestly not believe how many times I've seen comments preaching that the Red God form is stronger. And even though I myself prefer the Red form from a design perspective, I'm still not going to dick ride it because of that. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, then you might enjoy the other videos that I made, more specifically the video that I made about the God forms, which is the 10 things you probably didn't know about Super Saiyan God. Or maybe if you're someone who prefers the Super Saiyan 4 transformation, then I recommend watching top 10 facts about it. But in any case, I hope you guys liked this video, and if you did, then please rate, comment, and subscribe. Peace.